Behind every legend lies a reason. This is Myth and Motive.
Hello everyone, today's journey will take you to Sweden, the land of wonders. This beautiful Nordic country is not only famous for its stunning natural scenery, from vast green forests and crystal clear lakes to the dazzling light of the aurora borealis. It is also the homeland of minimalist design, local brands, and a culture brimming with creativity. Country that never sleeps. From summer parties that last under the midnight sun to the bustling atmosphere in cities like Stockholm or Gothenburg. What are you waiting for? Let's explore Sweden right now. 1. Second-hand paradise. Sweden has long been renowned as one of the pioneering countries in sustainable living, and the use of second-hand items here is not just a trend but has become a distinctive cultural feature. Second-hand shops in Sweden are not just places selling old items but also treasure troves full of surprises. From vintage dresses with 70s style, handmade furniture sets to rare books that are no longer published. Every item here carries its own story waiting for you to discover. Interestingly, second-hand shops in Sweden are always organized neatly, cleanly, and with great taste. Feel like you. Even in some major cities like Stockholm or Gothenburg, entire shopping centers dedicated to reused items are organized. A prime example is Retunet in Eskilstuna, the world's first recycling shopping center. This place not only sells second-hand goods but also recycles old items to create new, unique, and meaningful products. Buying second-hand in Sweden not only helps you save money but also offers a chance to contribute to environmental protection. Swedes view reuse as a civilized act, reducing waste and conserving natural resources. Especially, they take great pride in the creativity of transforming seemingly discarded items into valuable objects. If you are a fashion lover, into interior design, or simply want to find items with historical value, second-hand shops in Sweden are truly a paradise for you. A day lost in the world of second-hand here not only helps you bring home unique items but is also an interesting cultural experience of green, sustainable living. Who knows, the shirt you choose today might have once been part of someone's story from halfway around the world. Sweden is one of the largest countries in Europe by area, with a territory spanning over 450,000 square kilometers, but its population is just over 10 million people. This means each Swedish person enjoys a vast amount of space. If you come here, you will easily notice that a sense of openness and peace is an indispensable part of daily life. There is no overcrowding of dense urban areas, nor the need to face bustling, jostling crowds. Sweden is an ideal place for you to truly connect with nature and yourself. The endless forests, lakes as green as crystal, and small red cottages scattered across green fields are images that will enchant you. Over 70% of the country's land area is covered by forests, making Sweden one of the greenest countries in the world. Walking on forest trails, you might not encounter another soul for hours. Only the sound of birds singing and the wind rustling through the leaves will accompany you. The low population density not only creates an ideal living space but also positively influences the Swedish lifestyle. The people here value tranquility and privacy. They are not swept up in a hurried pace of life but always know how to take time to relax and enjoy simple things. Perhaps that is also why Sweden is one of the countries with the highest happiness index in the world. Whether you visit major cities like Stockholm, Gothenburg, or Malmö, or remote rural areas, you will still feel a sense of spaciousness in both the environment and the people. And if you want to escape the noise, Sweden is the paradise for you. When mentioning Sweden, one cannot overlook the mighty Viking warriors who once made ways across Europe thousands of years ago. The Vikings were not only skilled warriors but also explorers, traders, and sometimes formidable conquerors. They originated from northern lands, including Sweden, carrying a spirit of adventure and an excellent ability to survive in harsh nature. The stories of Swedish Vikings are recorded in poetry, legends, and historical artifacts. An interesting difference between Swedish Vikings and Danish or Norwegian Vikings is the path they chose to explore the world. While Vikings from Denmark and Norway often headed west to raid lands in England and France, the Swedish Vikings chose the eastward path, exploring the lands of Russia, Ukraine, and even the Byzantine Empire. Now Turkey, where they were known as the Varangians, famous for protecting the Byzantine royalty. When visiting Sweden today, you can delve deeper into Viking life and culture at the Viking Museum in Stockholm. This place houses thousands of precious artifacts such as weapons, ships, jewelry, and even everyday tools. In particular, the model Viking ship, symbolizing their craftsmanship and seafaring abilities, is sure to captivate you. Viking ships were not just means of transportation but also symbols of strength and pride, intricately carved with motifs depicting Norse mythology. Although the Viking age has passed, their spirit of strength, creativity, and thirst for conquest remains an integral part of modern Swedish culture. The people of this land continue to earn global admiration, not only for their intellect but also for their relentless will, inheriting the bloodline of the once renowned Viking warriors. Vietnam maintains friendly relations with many countries worldwide. A few stories leave us deep an impression of Sweden's assistance in building the Bai Bang paper mill in Vietnam. Located in Phu Vo, this mill is not merely an industrial project but a symbol of a close bond between the two nations, a silver medal forged from sharing and solidarity. In the 1970s, as Vietnam emerged from war, the country faced numerous challenges in reconstruction and economic development. At that very moment, Sweden, a Nordic nation known for its humanitarian spirit and sustainable thinking, decided to support Vietnam in building a large-scale paper mill. This assistance included not only financial support but also knowledge, technology, and a team of Swedish experts providing direct on-site help. Construction of the Bai Bang paper mill began in 1974, and it became operational in the 1980s, becoming one of the most modern paper mills in Southeast Asia at the time. With its large capacity, the mill not only met domestic paper demand but also launched a sustainable paper industry in Vietnam. More notably, throughout the construction and operation, Swedish experts worked side by side with Vietnamese workers, helping them master the technology and operational management. Bai Bang is not just a story of successful cooperation but also proof of profound humanitarian spirit. It shows that despite geographical distance, two nations with entirely different cultures can unite for a common goal. To this day, when mentioning Bai Bang, people think not only of white paper rolls but also recall a meaningful era, when friendship transcended all borders to illuminate mutual benefits. When mentioning Sweden, two names that embody the pride of this Nordic nation cannot be overlooked: Spotify and IKEA. These are not just global brands but also clearly reflect the Swedish spirit of creativity, innovation, and visionary thinking ahead of its time. First is Spotify, the world's leading music streaming service, founded in 2006 in Stockholm. Spotify's idea stemmed from a pressing issue of that time: music copyright infringement. Founder Daniel Ek created a service that is not only legal but also highly accessible, allowing millions to listen to music anytime, anywhere at an extremely affordable cost. With just a click, a vast treasure trove of music unfolds before your eyes. This completely transformed how we enjoy music, making Spotify a symbol of revolutionizing the global entertainment industry. Today, with hundreds of millions of users, Spotify is not just a music tool, but also a platform for artists to connect with audiences worldwide. If Spotify conquers us with music, IKEA wins over every household with smart, modern, yet affordable furniture. Founded in 1943, IKEA started as a small company selling stationery, but quickly grew into a giant in the furniture industry. IKEA's design style is distinctly Swedish, minimalist, elegant, and always user-centered. IKEA doesn't just sell furniture, it tells stories of life through showrooms arranged like warm, cozy homes. The special feature of IKEA is its flat-pack furniture concept, furniture that can be disassembled compactly, helping save on shipping costs and protecting the environment. Spotify and IKEA, though in different fields, share a common spirit: innovating to better serve people. This is what makes Sweden special, not only in the eyes of its people but also on the world map. If you want to experience nature's magical contrasts, Sweden is the ideal destination. Here, weather is not just a phenomenon but a crucial part shaping the lifestyle and culture of its people. Imagine a summer where the sun never sets. In northern Sweden, the midnight sun phenomenon keeps the sky bright for 24 hours. This is when Swedes flock outdoors, savoring precious sunlight after the cold winter. Lakeside campsites, outdoor BBQs, or traditional festivals like Midsummer. The Flower Festival are always bustling with laughter and flowers and hair. Conversely, winter in Sweden paints a completely different picture, dark and quiet. In regions near the Arctic Circle, you may have to get used to days with only a few hours of faint light, or even weeks shrouded in darkness. TV sad, but what they call fika, a way of life. Moreover, winter nights are the perfect time to witness the aurora borealis, a magical light painting across the sky. The contrast between bright summers and serene winters not only adorns the natural landscape but also deeply influences people's character. They learn to savor every moment, live slowly, and cherish all the little things. The trip through these 2 seasons in Sweden will not only help you understand the weather better but also immerse you in the balance and harmony between humans and nature. When it comes to Swedish cuisine, one certainly cannot overlook a special, famous, yet challenging dish for those who love to explore. This is a dish that makes many people grimace. Even its smell alone can feel suffocating. Herring is caught fresh and then fermented in a lengthy process, making its odor so strong and unpleasant that it can be unbearable for those unaccustomed to this flavor. This fish is so famous that even when you visit Sweden, you'll see many people only eating surströmming outdoors to avoid polluting indoor spaces, as its foul smell can linger in the air for a long time. Surströmming is not just a simple dish but a challenge for those who dare to try it. In fact, there is a tradition in Sweden where when a group of friends opens a can of surströmming together, they face the obligation to eat it, whether they like it or not. This tests each person's courage. Local Swedes will not hesitate to tell you that when eating surströmming, you need to be mentally prepared and even pair it with another dish to balance the pungent aroma. Typically, surströmming is eaten with crisp bread, mashed potatoes, and onions to reduce the intensity of the smell. However, even if the odor is partially masked, trying this dish will test your bravery to the highest degree. Nevertheless, what's noteworthy is that surströmming is not just a sensory challenge but also deeply embodies Swedish culture. This dish is proof of ingenuity in preserving food under the harsh conditions of the Nordic winter. Surströmming may be a strange dish to many, but for Swedes, it is an indispensable part of their culinary heritage, carrying fascinating stories and traditions. Sweden, with over 30,000 islands large and small, is not only a paradise for sea travel enthusiasts but also a mysterious treasure trove with countless pristine islands untouched by human presence. These islands attract not only with their majestic natural beauty but also with their tranquility and peace, as if time has stopped. You can find fine white sandy beaches, dense forests filled with birdsong, or rugged cliffs standing firm amidst the vast sea. These are ideal places to set aside all worries, return to pristine nature, and experience a simple, primitive life. What's special is that not all these islands are inhabited. Some islands are only visited by tourist groups or exploration enthusiasts, while many other islands retain their pristine beauty, completely untouched by human intervention. This isolation and seclusion make the uninhabited islands a mysterious part of Sweden, sparking curiosity and a desire to conquer in those who love novelty. One of the memorable experiences when visiting these islands is the feeling of being detached from the bustling world, where you cannot hear the noise of the city or the lights of street lamps. Instead, you will be immersed in a serene space, with only the sound of waves, wind, and the beautiful surrounding nature. Although uninhabited, these islands still attract photography enthusiasts, eco-tourists, or simply those seeking a quiet place for reflection. There are those who love the feeling of walking through deep green forests or drifting on small boats, floating on calm lake surfaces, hoping to find something mysterious yet undiscovered. The pristine beauty and absolute tranquility of these islands are among the unmissable destinations. for those wanting to experience a different, unfamiliar, and captivating Sweden. 9. New parents are allowed very long leave. Sweden has always been one of the world's leading countries in social welfare policies, especially in healthcare and family support. One of the particularly attention-grabbing policies is the parental leave system for new parents. Unlike many other countries where parents only get a few weeks off after childbirth, in Sweden, parents can take up to 480 days of leave, an extremely long period. This allows them to focus entirely on caring for and bonding with their child in the early days of life. Notably, this leave is not exclusively for mothers but is shared between both parents. This is a major difference, as in many parts of the world fathers are often not allowed long leave to care for children, which is primarily the mother's responsibility. However, in Sweden, this policy encourages both parents to participate in raising and caring for the child, creating fairness within the family from the very beginning. With such long-term leave, Swedes can be completely financially secure, because during the leave period, they receive partial compensation from the state. This not only helps parents reduce financial burdens but also creates an ideal environment for the child's development. Fathers and mothers can spend precious time with their children without worrying about work or income, thereby helping to form strong bonds between family members. This system not only ensures children receive the best care but also enables parents to balance work and family. Sweden believes that spending time with children in their early years is extremely important, not only for physical development but also for the emotional and psychological growth of the child. This is precisely why Sweden is consistently rated as one of the countries with the highest quality of life, where family happiness and the comprehensive development of children are always prioritized. Swedes are famous for their reserved and introverted nature, creating a unique and easily recognizable cultural trait. They ever met a Swede, you, and often appear quite discreet in conversations. Additionally, Swedes highly value personal space and privacy. They believe that a healthy and happy life begins with respecting each person's private space, even in social relationships. In communication, Swedes dislike overly personal questions from the very first meeting. Questions like how much money you earn or how many partners you have can make them feel uncomfortable. Instead, they prefer to talk about lighter topics, such as the weather, sports, or social events. This is how they maintain mutual respect without overly bothering others. The introverted nature of Swedes is also evident in gatherings or social interactions. While many other cultures value fun, liveliness, and openness at parties, Swedes prefer small, cozy meetups with a relaxed atmosphere. They don't need everything to be very lively to feel happy. An evening at a quiet cafe or a walk in the park can be activities that bring them great joy. However, this reservedness doesn't mean Swedes are cold or difficult to approach. Once you become friends, you'll find them very honest, sincere, and trustworthy. Once a genuine connection is made, Swedes won't hesitate to share deep aspects of their lives and emotions. Therefore, despite an initially cold exterior, Swedes are truly wonderful friends once you've built trust and a close relationship with them. In fact, this characteristic of Swedes partly reflects their lifestyle: slowing down, enjoying peaceful moments, and building deep relationships, instead of just chasing noisy fun. Sweden is a country that never sleeps, always full of energy and excitement from every perspective, whether it's quiet moments in its pristine nature or challenging experiences, like tasting George Tramming's fermented fish. Every part of this country has unique stories to tell. It's a Sweden that is both traditional and modern, always creative and constantly changing, but also filled with core values of respect and peace. Subscribe to the Guy and Migo channel so you don't miss exciting videos.
If the legend hooked you, subscribe and open the next case.